Okay, now guided practice here. Number 1, we have 58 times 6. They want us to use rounding. So use our normal rounding steps. We underline our 5. The 8 gets the arrow. 8 tells us to round which way? Up. Good. So what happens to my 5? Changes to a 6 because it goes up 1. And what happens to the 8? It changes to a 0 because it's a whole number. So now we have 60 times 6. Again, we can do the basic fact, which is 6 times 6 now, which gives us 36. Good. And then we go back and add our zeros, which is 1. So the estimate for 58 times 6 goes to 60 times 6, which equals 360. Now the next question they want us to answer is this an overestimate or an underestimate? So let's look at the number we rounded. 58, did we round up or did we make it smaller? We rounded up, so we made this number bigger, so this becomes a overestimate. Okay, good job. Let's go to number 2. 2, again, they ask you to use rounding. So 733. 3 tells me to round which way? Down, which means 7 stays the what? Same, and the other 2 numbers go to 0. So 733 rounds to 700 times 2 gets underlined. 1 gets the arrow here. 1 tells us to round which way? Down, which means the 2 stays the same, and the 1 changes to a 0. So now our estimated problem rounded is 700 times 20. Now let's find our basic fact, which is 7 times 2. What is 7 times 2? 14. Good. Then we go back to count our zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3. So our estimated product is 14,000. Now our second question is this an overestimate or an underestimate? In both of these numbers, which way did we end up rounding? Down. Good. So it's going to become an underestimate. All right, good job. All right, let's go back into your textbook and read with me as I read to you what it asks us to do in number 3 and 4. It says in 3 and 4, estimate by using compatible numbers. Tell if your estimate is an overestimate or an underestimate. So for number 3, oh, I don't like these misspelled. For number 3 here, we have 43 times 27 times 4. Okay, now we have to not round, we have to find compatible numbers, meaning numbers that are easy to multiply in our heads by ourselves. So what number is compatible or close to 43 that's easy to multiply? Good, 40. 27, what number do we like to use close to 27? 25, good. And then 4 is left alone, single digits we don't need to change. So again now, using our properties that we know of multiplication, where can we start with multiplying? Do I want to start with 40 times 25 in my head? I don't think so. What are you seeing right away? What is easier to do? Hopefully you're seeing here that the 25 times 4 sticks out. And what is 25 times 4? 100. Good. So now we're going to do 40 times 100, which makes it a lot easier to do in our head. Because now the basic fact is 4 times 1. And what's 4 times 1? 4. Good. Okay, and then go back to count your zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3. All right, good job. That's our compatible numbers. That's our estimate is 4,000. Okay, now which way do we take our numbers? 43 went to 40, so did we round up or down? It went down. 27, we changed it to 25. Did we go higher or lower? Lower. So since both of these numbers were lower, what type of estimate do we get? Under. Good job. Okay, and put that next to your 4,000. You want to pause it for a second? Okay. I'm going to now change the slide here, 5th grade, because we do not have enough room. I don't like this.